Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 of 10p's we're going to be hunting through, looking for alphabet 10p's, ideally some 2019 dated ones, because we have yet to complete 2019. So far we have found the letters A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V, W and X. So any of the missing 5 would be very nice, but 2019 dated ones are so low minted and hard to find. We've got another 2018 book, my third 2018 book. All we need are the letters D and R, and then this book is complete. So either of those two would be fantastic too. So let's get into these bags, see what we find today. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be responding to some recent comments left on my videos. To get a comment into me, just leave a comment on a recent video, and if you get a random love and like from me but no reply, I've probably taken a screenshot of it and we'll use it in one of these future 10p Q&As on a Saturday. We start today with Daryl Morse, who says, whatever happened to those tinny sounding coins that you were saving? Did they amount to anything? Do you still have them, or did you turn them back in? I've actually got them, pardon my reaching, they're all here in a little pickle gherkin chirkin? No, it's a G, gherkin. There's lots of them. So they were 50p's. That just sounded a bit weird. The metal composition was a bit off. I did test one. I should really have made a bit more of it. Maybe I'll do that in the future. There was, oh crumbs, now I've got to think about it. There was a marginally larger composition. I don't know what I'm talking about. More of the composition was copper. I think about 10% more copper than the normal standing 50p's. So I never got to the bottom of that. So yeah, one of these kind of videos, I think that would make a great video, having a bit of an investigative dive into what's caused this, but I've never gotten around to it. But I still pull them out when I find them, but I don't think I've found one in absolutely ages. But they sound very distinctly different from a normal 50p. There's much more tinnier ring to it. But if I find more, they get added into the gherkin jar. Alias says, gonna take a while to get used to it, but I do quite like the that colour of blue. Yes, a new towel. I don't recall using a darker colour before, but that has caused some issues with my camera. But with the help of tech support, Mike from Eurocoin Hunt, I think I've got it all kind of worked out now. Yeah, I quite like it as well. It's taken a bit of time to get used to it. Because I sit here editing, making videos, chatting to people on Discord, playing video games. So it's very weird when I do change the towel. It's sort of like, I bought a new coat. I've worn the same coat for 5 or 6 years. It was a lovely light grey coat. Now I've got a sort of a darker charcoaly black coat. And again, it's just the colour in your peripheries. It takes a while to get used to that having changed. I guess if you change the wallpaper in your house, paint your walls a different colour, that kind of thing, it's a bit odd. But no, I quite like it too. Right, H. Travis says, is £2 still legal tender if it has come apart? What if you can still put it together? Very good question. I reckon if you put it together, put the inner back in the outer, and it holds in place, you could probably still spend it. I think my experience working at the bank, we would determine that garbled coins. That's coins that are damaged beyond the point where they can be used, and we used to have to accept them in at the bank, but then bag them up and send them back to the cash centres in their own separate garbled coin bags. So yeah, legal tender, I guess so, yes. Hot Scones says, do you have the 2011 Edinburgh £1 coin? I do. I've done a couple of old £1 coin hunts. Unfortunately, when I started making the videos was about the time the £1 coins started to disappear. So I think I've only ever been able to do 2, maybe 3 old £1 coin hunts. And I don't think I'm missing an awful lot. In most of those videos, I think I found all the different designs except for the Edinburgh City's pound coin, but the one in my collection in my Date Runner pound coins is from the lovely Master Temple, who makes coin related videos, but then also his art channel, which has just surpassed 100,000 subscribers. An amazing achievement, and I'm very, very proud of my very good friend for achieving that. And he makes some amazing paintings, and hopefully if he becomes a multi-millionaire painter, his artwork's worth millions and millions of pounds. I'm going to be quids in because I am the country's leading collector of Master Temple artworks because they are stunning. Right, Ablaze Rain says, my favourite is the WWF 50p because it was the first one I ever found and that started off my interest. Unfortunately, at the time, I put it to one side. My brother thought it was just spare change, promptly took it and spent it. Oh dear. Of all the coins I have now, that is one of the only ones I've yet to find in the wild. I could bloody murder him some days. That's a very cool. Yeah, again, and lots of people like the WWF design. I like it as well, and it's when the Team GB for the Tokyo Olympics 50p came out, it was quite reminiscent of that. It's a shame that one didn't go into circulation as well, but it's a lovely coin, and fingers crossed, hopefully you will find one. And it's not the rarest coin in the world, so keep looking, I'm sure you'll find one. Catherine Bagley says, did you forget to put the numbers on the Lord Kitchener counter? That was on a £2 coin hunt recently. Yes, I did. How did I do that? So when I edit the videos, I have a tablet. It's getting a bit old, this tablet now. Computer tablet, not medical tablet. And that's got my spreadsheet with all the numbers on. And I open the previous file, take the numbers off, put it onto the tablet, and then I add when I get one of the coins that I've got the counters on, I put the number on it. But my tablet was flat, dead, no battery, so I ran off, put that on charge whilst I was editing, left the Lord Kitcheners in because I knew the numbers for the other coins because I'd found some in the previous video, so I knew where they were supposed to be, but I couldn't get into my tablet, so I thought, I'll come back and I'll just add the numbers in at the end of the video once it's got a bit of juice in it, enough to turn it on, and then promptly forgot because I have a brain like a sieve. So yes, I made a mistake, but I think I found, I don't know, 2 or 3 Lord Kitchens, so I did add them on to my spreadsheet once I realised, but yeah, oopsie. Ruby Sausages says, hi Christopher, the signet ring you wear, is it true it bears your Collects family coat of arms, and you seal with wax your letters with it? this one here, I'm afraid the answers to all your questions are no, I'm afraid, but I like the headcanon that you've created about it. Jules at Cumbria says, well done, took me ages to get that Rio handover £2. Looking forward to your next Raw Mint experience vid and the strike your own coins. Well, thank you very much. Yes, the Rio handover was an amazing find. I was chuffed to have come across one of those. It's one of the coins that in my mind, it's with my first ever complete the book £2 coin album, that was the one I got stuck on. Not the Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games, which is frustrating to get stuck on, but that Rio handover was the one I got stuck on. So, and I think I actually found, when I found it and completed the book, the next 2 hunts I found the same design again. So it was a bit like, there we go. You find one, then they all turn up. But no, it's a really nice coin. Really nice coin. Smithy says, on a positive note, the editing was easier today. Were you tempted to scrub off Toadie's name and write your name on the Benjamin Bunnies before sending them back out into the wild? Great stuff, Christopher. Yeah, so I had a 50p coin hunt recently. Arguably the worst coin hunt I have ever had. I found 1 Sherlock Holmes and I think 3 Benjamin Bunny 50p's, and all the Benjamin Bunny 50p's were signed by Tony A, which is kind of neat. So that's what I do. I sign my Benjamin Bunnies. I've been doing it for many years now. Put them back out in the wild. When people ask for coins to be signed, I'm happy to do that, but I won't sign people's Benjamin Bunnies on demand because you've got to find them in circulation. I've only ever come across 1, and it's also a nice tracker to see, am I getting my own coins back? But it's interesting seeing the coins turning up in the Isle of Wight or in South Wales or around the country. I think it's great fun when people discover them. And likewise, it's a Benjamin Bunny, it's a common coin. We don't really want to see Benjamin Bunnies unless they have a rotation error. So it makes a boring, very common coin a little bit more exciting to find. From my own perspective, finding other people's signed Benjamin Bunnies, I think it's really cool. So as much as we love finding rare and exciting coins, finding Tony A's signed Benjamin Bunnies, it basically meant that this was a return bag Tony A had hunted through, pulled out all the goodies and returned them to the bank. So that kind of thing is bound to happen from time to time. I think it might be the first time it's happened to me though, but there we go. Catherine oh my goodness, where does this name start and end? I guess the username is all one block of text. This is Catherine A. Honzi. I hope I've got that right. Dear Christopher Collects, I'm not getting notifications on your video from YouTube. Yeah, I mean, there's something I see other YouTubers talking about. You can click the notification bell and that'll send you a notification when the videos go up, but you don't really need notifications for me. I upload every day at 6 o'clock. You can tune in then. Sometimes it's a few minutes late, but it's always in and around 6 o'clock. If you want to come over and join my Discord server, there is an alert every time I post a video. It pings up and says, oh, Christopher Collects has posted a video. So you can also get notifications externally on Discord too. So I don't know, maybe just to take the bell off and then put the bell back on if you want the YouTube notifications, or come over to Discord and use Discord as your notification device. D_R4K3RS.C0M, my goodness. Comments, please attempt a mega £2 hunt to find the Commonwealth Games £2 coins. So mega hunts I've done in the past when I've been stuck on one coin, and I feel like with the Kew Gardens 50p or the Commonwealth Games in Northern Ireland, we could be hunting for years looking for one of these coins. So instead we'll get to a certain number of videos and I will do a mega hunt of a crazy amount of coins in an attempt to find that. So yeah, if we get stuck on the £2 book or the 50p book with the rarest coin from the book still to find, that's when I'll do another mega hunt. I can't do one every week though, because it's a lot of money to get through. Neil Hale says, what do you do with suspected forgeries? I guess that if you don't know that they are forgeries, you could pass them back into circulation. If you take them back to the bank, will they compensate you for the error? My guess would be that the bank would keep the coin and tell you to get lost. Do the forgeries have any value to a collector as examples of forgeries? And if you keep them, are you breaking the law by having forgeries? So last comment. I get asked an awful lot about fake £2 coins. They're the ones I find the most often. What do I do with them? I keep them. I've got a little collection of fake £2 coins. I think it's quite neat seeing, you can tell which ones have been made by the same gang or wherever it is that are making them, because they look similar, they've got the same defects or whatever. I think they're kind of neat. I don't mind finding one or two every now and again and taking it out of circulation. If I found a bag, then the majority of them are fake, then I would get a bit cross and go back to my bank. But the most I ever normally find is one or two in a £500 bag, and I don't want to spoil the great relationship I have with my bank by going back saying, oh, this £2 coin was fake and it was in the bag, I want my money back. I don't want to upset them or cause any friction between us, so I'm quite happy to keep them. I don't think so. I'm not breaking the law by keeping them. Apparently if I was in Canada I would. Just having fake coins in Canada is illegal. But yes, that's what I do. I keep them. There is some value to collect. There are people who collect the different fake coins, a bit like people who collect artwork by forgers of famous artworks. There is a bit of a market for it, but I am led to believe, and people will disagree in the comments, but it is illegal to sell a fake coin. This may come as a surprise to you. Even if you title it as a fake coin, it's illegal to sell it. So no, I don't sell them. I don't pay them back to the bank. I don't try and buy my weekly shopping with fake coins. I've got a little pot of all my fake £2 coins, and they're quite neat. I've uploaded a video a few months back going through all of the fake £2 coins, and people seem to like that. So yeah, I keep them off to the side. It's knocking on about £200 worth of fakes though, but that's over 8 years, so it's not that bad. Anyway, that being said, let's go back to the coins and see what I found. Oh dear, well, just one find, and it's not really a find, it's one of these little curiosities that I like to keep when I find them. It's just a little blob on the lion's paw. You can see that a little blob appearing there. It's just where the die has chipped or had a bit of damage. If we compare it to one that doesn't have it, it's so minor. It's way it doesn't add any value, but I've got a few of these with these little blobs in different places, and I think you can probably see the different areas where the die has been damaged, so I like to keep them all together and look across all the various little anomalies, I would call it. Rather than being an error, it's an anomaly. But grateful I did spot it, because that is all we got today. Pretty rubbish, but hopefully the Q&A was engaging enough that not to worry so much about the lack of finds. But if you have found some interesting 10p's recently, then please do let us all know down in those comments. Just reassure us those of us who dredge through our 10p's looking for those alphabet ones, that there's still something out there worth looking for, worth finding. Nothing from the territories world today, which is quite unusual. Sometimes we find those. There are links as usual as well in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to join me and other collectors over on that. There's also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you'd like to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, the company I work for as my day job, so please do check them out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.